Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. In a continuing effort to increase the supply of affordable and supportive housing, the City of Greensboro purchased the property of the former Regency Inn Hotel located on North O. Henry Boulevard. The existing structure will be demolished and the city will welcome proposals from prospective developers to construct an active and vibrant location that serves the needs of the community. Demolition of the hotel took 4 days to complete. The city initially thought it would take 3 weeks. A request for proposals for the development of the property will be released at the beginning of November. For more information, contact Michelle Kennedy, Director of the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department at 336-209-6771. In anticipation of a higher voter turnout for the 2024 general elections, Greensboro Public Library and Parks and Recreation will suspend regular operations and scheduled programming and activities at facilities serving as a polling location on Tuesday, November 5th. Suspending programs at these sites will assist with ensuring public safety, appropriate crowd control, and on-site logistic support and coordination with the Board of Elections. The following facilities will be closed on Tuesday, November 5th, resuming regular programming and operations on Wednesday, November 6th. Impacted recreation centers include Brown, Kraft, Glenwood, Lewis, Lindley, Peeler, and Warnersville. The Glen McNary and Hemphill libraries will also be closed. The Greensboro Farmers Curb Market and Smith Active Adult Center will also suspend operations on Election Day. Programs and/or activities scheduled on Election Day will either be moved to a different location or rescheduled. Check the city's website. All other recreation and library locations not designated as a polling site will be open as usual on Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. Effective immediately, the intersection of East Market Street and Davie Street is closed until Wednesday, December 18th due to road construction. Both streets are closed to through traffic, but road crews will accommodate local traffic needing access to the immediate area. Motorists should expect delays and avoid the work area, and they're urged to use alternate routes. In other construction news, the downtown Greenway along North Murrow Boulevard between East Lindsay Street and North Elm Street will be closed until Friday, December 20th to pedestrians and cyclists. During this time, crews will complete Greenway construction along North Murrow Boulevard. Pedestrians and cyclists are urged to use alternate routes or follow North Elm Street and East Lindsay Street. To receive email notifications about upcoming work on city streets or to learn more about lane and road closures, visit the city's website. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
When someone collapses from sudden cardiac arrest in front of you, you call 911, but then what? Hi, my name's Amanda Hall. I'm a registered nurse here at Cone Health Heart and Vascular Center. Today, I want to teach you how to perform hands-only CPR, the importance of it, and how you can help save a life. Hands-only CPR is CPR without mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. It's only for teens and adults. You would do hands-only CPR on anyone that collapses in front of you and is not breathing normally. And now to learn hands-only CPR. A person collapsed in front of you. They're not breathing normally and they're unresponsive. Are you okay? Are you okay? The first thing you want to do is call 911. If you're calling from a cell phone, it may be helpful to put it on speaker where the dispatcher can hear you and you can hear her as you continue to work. The dispatcher will give you detailed instructions, so don't worry. If the patient is not on a hard surface, you want to move them to the floor. You want to interlock your hands, place the heel in the center of their chest, and start compressions, fast and hard. You will continue to do hands-only CPR until someone comes to relieve you, help arrives, or until you just physically cannot do CPR any longer. Remember, any help is better than no help at all. Hands-only CPR will greatly increase their chance of survival. 70% of all cardiac arrest will happen in a person's home. Only half of those people will receive CPR. Hands-only CPR can double or triple their chances of survival. Sudden cardiac arrest is an electrical malfunction of the heart. It doesn't allow blood and oxygen to go to the organs that are needed within the body. Hands-only CPR can effectively move that blood and oxygen to those body parts. Thanks for joining me today and learning hands-only CPR. When someone collapses in front of you, it can be a very stressful situation. Remember, call 911 and start compressions. Hands-only CPR will increase their chances of survival. For more information on heart health, go to conehealth.com/heart. I'm Amanda Hall.
The city is accepting funding applications for the Downtown Arts Program, and researching maps and other apps for the city of Greensboro just got a lot easier. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Creative Greensboro is accepting applications for next year's Downtown Arts Program, which showcases Greensboro artists. For the fourth consecutive year, 10 artists will be selected, including the artist who will be commissioned to create an original work for display in the city's permanent collection. The deadline to apply for these paid slots is Monday, December 9th. A committee comprised of Greensboro Cultural Affairs Commission members and staff from the city's Communications and Marketing Department will select 10 artists for the Art on Downtown kiosks. Each artist will receive a $500 honorarium and up to 10 weeks of display time for their work on the digital kiosks throughout downtown Greensboro. The artists are also featured on Creative Greensboro's website and social media platforms. One artist will be paid $3,000 to create an original work of art that will be reproduced onto vinyl. It will be framed and installed in a prominent location at the Melvin Municipal Office Building. Applicants to the Downtown Arts Program must be Greensboro residents specializing in painting, sculpture, drawing, ceramics, glass, photography, digital arts, or fiber arts. The selected works and commissioned piece will be displayed through June 2025. For more information, contact Karen Archia with Creative Greensboro at 336-433-7362. Registration is open for the Youth Basketball League and Youth Cheer programs. Youth basketball is open to kids ages 5 to 16. It costs $50 to participate. The registration deadline is November 29th. Youth Cheer is open to kids ages 5 to 13. It costs $50 to participate. The registration deadline is November 30th. The basketball games and cheerleading will be happening at the following recreation centers: Brown, Kraft, Griffin, Glenwood, Lindley, Lewis, Leonard, Peeler, and Warnersville. First-time youth participants must register in person at their neighborhood recreation center during regular business hours. Parents or caregivers must show a copy of the child's birth certificate and a Parents Association for Youth Sports membership card. Recruitment is open for cheer and basketball coaches. If you're interested in volunteering for the cheer program, contact Tony Bird at 336-373-2794. For more information about basketball, contact Mel Melton at 336-373-7502. Parks and Recreation has reopened the newly renovated Robert F. Mayer Park located at 135 Poe Street. Located in an area with majority student housing near the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, the park originally featured a playground, basketball court, picnic shelter, and a tennis court. Based on recent demographic information and feedback from the community, the city renovated the space to add a small dog park, adult fitness equipment, a grill and chill area, plus a garden with hammocks. A new sidewalk has been installed from Granite Street to Poe Street, winding through the park to better connect the community. The Greensboro History Museum is embarking on a year-long celebration as the facility commemorates a centennial. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with the executive director for details. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Greensboro History Museum took a stroll back in time with the razzmatazz of the Roaring '20s, kicking off the celebration of its first 100 years of existence. Joining me now to tell us about the host of other activities lined up is Carol Hart. She is the executive director of the Greensboro History Museum. Hello, Carol. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so exciting, 100 years. Give us an idea of how the museum originated 100 years ago, and did you have a different name?
We were originally the Greensboro Historical Museum Society, because a group of people got together and said, you know what? Our city deserves a history museum. We've been through incredibly trying times. In 1924, the war to end all war had just ended, a pandemic had ended, and there was a recognition that it was an important time that should be preserved. Plus, they had a lot of relatives that had been serving in other wars, Spanish-American, Civil War, and the city was really growing in the 20s, and it was time to gather all those objects, artifacts, and make a museum.
Okay, well, you kicked off what's going to be a year-long celebration with your Roaring '20s theme. So you're going to have other things going on, starting with City Council giving you a recognition. Tell us about that.
We're very proud of the relationship that the museum has had with the city over all these years. We are really a seamless public-private partnership, and we're really excited that the city is recognizing our long-standing relationship, how we've worked together to provide all these resources for the city. So we're happy to get that resolution on Monday.
Wonderful. Now, you have lots of exhibits for anybody who's visited the museum. Do you have any new exhibits specifically spotlighting the centennial?
Yes, so we actually have a few hundredths that we're celebrating. On November 6, 1924, the museum was perfected. The organization was perfected. But it took some time to actually open the doors and have an exhibit. So we kicked it off with our speakeasy event. We have a new display in the rotunda area where we really talk about the place we're in. We are in what was formerly the First Presbyterian Church, but what went on that site even before the church, it was a place to gather for hundreds of years, and for most of the museum's history, the museum has been there educating people. So that's a kickoff. We'll have a lot of programs throughout the year, virtually, in person, and then in November 11th, 1925, the museum opened its doors for the first time on Armistice Day, which is now Veterans Day. So we will be opening those doors again for a huge exhibit in honor of the 100 years. And we hope to be working with people in our community to tell lots of stories and bring out a lot of the over 30,000 objects in our collection that people may have not seen in quite a while.
Yeah, that's exciting. One other thing that you do that's exciting is an annual tradition around the holidays where you have the mouse hunt. So for folks who are not familiar, which I was not, what is that about?
So every December for the last about 8 years, we hide about 80 of these little felted kinds of mice all over the museum so that families with young children can come and have something fun to look at. The mice are very mischievous. They're hidden all over the place. So it's a good time for families to visit the museum. Adults can learn a little bit about the history of Greensboro, and children can get engaged and have fun. And then there's some crafts that they can do once they've completed their mouse hunt.
Okay, well, we are looking forward to that. For the mouse hunt and the new displays, exhibits, and anything else going on in the next year of celebration, how can folks stay connected?
The best way is to visit our website. We are getting a brand new website, so things might take a while to get fully functional. We are really active on Instagram and Facebook. And if you go to our website, you can sign up, and we send out an e-blast every 2 weeks, so you can find out all the latest news.
Okay, well, thank you, Carol. You always have wonderful things going on at the Greensboro History Museum. Congratulations on the centennial, and we're going to keep checking in throughout the year as you celebrate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for meetings as needed. The City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. During a special meeting, the Greensboro City Council approved a containment and cover option for Bingham Park and full remediation of the former Hampton School property. The decision followed public input and presentations from the Parks and Recreation Department, the city's Office of Sustainability and Resilience, and the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality. They presented 2 possible options for remediating the contaminated soil. The second option called for full remediation of both properties. A containment and cover system will lock in contaminated soil at the park, while the stream bank will be fully restored. All waste material at the Hampton School site will be removed and taken to a properly permitted and lined municipal solid waste landfill. The approved resolution confirms the city will not use White Street landfill for this purpose. Following remediation, a nature trail will be built at Bingham Park, while a neighborhood park will be placed on a portion of the Hampton School property. The cost for this remediation option is estimated at $12 million. The city will authorize the allocation of $10 million of the funds received for remediation from State House Bill 259 to support this project. Another $8 million is from the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality and a federal appropriations bill. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The Steep Canyon Rangers and Holler Choir headline a benefit concert November 7th in the Tanger Center. The North Carolina Folk Festival organized the performance of these well-known bluegrass bands, which both hail from Western North Carolina. Proceeds will benefit the NC Arts Foundation Disaster Relief Fund. Find tickets and learn more at ncfolkfestival.com. Chapter 20 of the Disabled American Veterans hosts its annual Veterans Day Parade in downtown Greensboro, November 9th. The parade honors local Gold Star and missing in action families from all military branches. High school marching bands and different organizations will participate in the event, which starts at noon at the intersection of North Elm and East Lindsay Streets. Black Violin celebrates 20 years of musical innovation with its BV20 Then and Now Tour, which visits the Tanger Center November 9th. The groundbreaking duo of Kev Marcus and Will Baptiste is known for its unique fusion of classical music and hip-hop rhythms. For tickets and more information, visit tangercenter.com. Top-level men's college basketball comes to the First Horizon Coliseum November 10th when Wake Forest hosts Michigan in the Deacon Wolverine Challenge. The Demon Deacons are picked third in this year's ACC preseason poll and led by first-team All-League pick Hunter Salas. Michigan is picked ninth in the preseason Big Ten rankings. Get tickets at gsocomplex.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The city's Information Technology Department has upgraded the Maps and Applications page on Open Gate City, which is the open data platform. The new design links visitors to informative pages including popular maps such as the City Council districts, trails and greenways, and zoning districts. Upon accessing the page, users will find updated content and easier access to the city maps and data. Frequent users are encouraged to update bookmarks on their internet browsers prior to Saturday, November 30th. The city's IT department strives to find ways for technology to improve the lives of our residents while creating a sustainable and equitable community. The department also provides the necessary technological infrastructure so other city departments can deliver services efficiently and securely. For more information about the Open Data Portal, contact Geographic Systems Analyst Todd Hayes at 336-373-2289. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Deputy City Clerk. Congratulations to Tori Howell for completing the International Institute of Municipal Clerks certification course. This takes 1 year to graduate. The program is available through the UNC School of Government in Chapel Hill. Upon completion of the course, Ms. Howell is now eligible for the North Carolina Certified Municipal Clerk and the International Institute Municipal Clerk certifications. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol. Plus, GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.